Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for clicking play. Thank you for coming back. It's episode 3 then of our FC Barcelona Director of Football Challenge. I hope you've enjoyed the first couple of episodes so far. If you are enjoying the series, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps the channel out. And subscribe as well if you haven't already. We've hit the 200 mark and gone beyond that recently, which is phenomenal. We've also gone past 10,000 views on the channel, which just blows my tiny mind. That is outrageous. Thank you so much for all your support. So today then, we are going to show you the Champions League group that we got put in. We're going to catch up on the news. It's mainly results, to be fair, this time, but there is a few little bits of other news in there as well. And then it is a Champions League match to finish off with, our livecom. Welcome to the news roundup then, guys. Here we go. The first item on the agenda, our Champions League group stage draw. We're in Group H along with Benfica, Feyenoord and Celtic. Should be a really good group. I'm really looking forward to getting deep into that. Confident of going through, but I know there's going to be some tricky obstacles on the way for sure. So first up then, after the Real Madrid game, we went away to Leganés and it was a bit of a slog, I'm not going to lie. We ended up winning 1-0. Samuel Umtiti bulleted in a header to get us the points. It was one of those games, play not brilliantly and win. Cliche goes, doesn't it? Form of champions, we will see in the long run, but a very satisfactory 3 points in the end. Transfer deadline day was approaching fast, and Villarreal came in for Thomas Vermaelen, €6 million, rising to 7.25. Pep Segura accepted the offer because he was not in the first team plans. We'd put him on the unwanted list, so yeah, quite happy to get that. It went through the very next day, deadline day. Went through. He's gone to Villarreal. It's a big wage off our wage bill, so happy with that. He's injury prone. He's never going to play. We signed Stefan de Vrij. He was just not going to play, so adios. Next up then in La Liga was the home game against Espanyol, the Catalan derby, and it was a really poor match. It was monsoon season in the Camp Nou. We were the better team, but we never created the chances to show for our dominance, and in fact it was Espanyol who took the lead 20 minutes into the second half, David Lopez scoring, and it was 2 minutes from time when Gerard Piqué was, I think he was stayed up from a corner, and he was on hand to slot the ball in to rescue a point, and it was rescuing a point. But you know, you've got to take them when you can. You can't win every game. These are the sort of games that you could look back on at the end of the season and say that point was crucial. Injuries. Be no stranger to anyone that's had a little bit of a go on FM18 so far. So Jordi Alba picked up a training injury, hamstring strain, easy for me to say, out for 3 to 6 weeks. Not a problem. Got Luca Dean in for the match against Feyenoord, and you can see, absolute nightmare match. Really was. This was the opening match of the group stage, and it was just horrible. Jens Toornstra scored a stunning free kick in the first minute of the second half. Samuel Umtiti scored an own goal just past the hour mark. Luis Suarez did get one back for us, but you can see at 1-0 we got Sergio Busquets sent off just after we went down to 2-0. Andre Gomez went out injured, and Luca Dean picked up an injury. Of course he did, because he was coming in for Jordi Alba. It was just, it was one of those games where just nothing went right, and it was a really bad way to kick off the group stage. So Andre Gomez tore his calf muscle. He's out for 3 months. Not great. And Luca Dean only out for about a week, but again not great, because it means I've had to bring up a youth player, and this is the guy, Marc Cucurella. Looks really good actually. We've brought him up. He's quick, not very fit or strong, but it's something we can maybe work on. He is only 19, but he has got the base there to be rather decent, and he's done all right since he's been in the team actually, to be fair. So this match, Villarreal away. Now this kind of at the moment has been the turning point. So Marc Cucurella played this game. He played a full 90, got a 7.1, did really well. Luis Suarez put us ahead inside the first couple of minutes, but Carlos Bacca hit a brace and put Villarreal 2-1 up. And then just after Bacca's second goal, I went in and I changed some little tactical tweaks, and boy did they work, because we ended up hitting 4 goals in 21 minutes. Suarez got 4 in total. Paulinho scored as well. We ended up 5-2 winners. This is away at Villarreal. They've not had a great start, but they are a good side. They will take points off Real Madrid and Valencia and Bilbao and Sevilla and teams like that. So to go there and hit 5-2 was incredible. So much so that I screenshotted the changes that I'd made, and I've now implemented them as my starting tactics, because they just blew Villarreal away. They were phenomenal. And they did the same to Eibar. We went into a 3-0 lead just after half time. Denis Suarez, Sergio Roberto and Luis Suarez. Kike came off the bench to get a consolation, but it was a solid away win, a dominant away win. Alright, yes, I'm not getting carried away. We are Barcelona. We should be winning against Eibar. But these little instructions, these little tactical tweaks have certainly helped. Alaves at home, we won 2-0. For some reason, you can see there, we wore our third strip at home. Not really sure why. Maybe Alaves brought their home kit by mistake. Don't know. Ousmane Dembele was the star of this game. He got 2 goals. Luis Suarez had picked up a little injury. Not a massive one, just one of those little niggles that just meant he couldn't play this game. Not a problem. We'll put Paco Alcacer in there. Good striker, solid replacement. Doesn't even make it to half-time. He picked up an injury after about 13 minutes, but we kept him on, and then in first half stoppage time, he went down, and that was it. He was down, he was out. Brilliant. That is really good, isn't it? So, yeah, that is the news roundup. Let's get into the squad. Okay, so here we go. We've got them arranged by average rating at the minute, just so you can see how they've started the season. And quite surprisingly, you can see down at the quite a long way down there, it's Luis Suarez. 9 goals for the season, a couple of assists, but he's not our best player. Far from it, in fact. Sergio Roberto has been doing really well. Nelson Semedo has been absolutely fantastic down the right. PK, Jordi Alba, Leo Messi, all had very, very good starts. In fact, you can see there are so many above 7 and well above 7 average rating as well. It's been a really pleasing start to the season. If we bring up the schedule, I always do this, get rid of the friendlies, but it never saves it. It never remembers that, does it? Once we're in the season, I just want to see the competitive games. So you can see we're now 3 wins on the bounce. We're still unbeaten all season in La Liga. We've only dropped 2 points so far. So we are top at the moment. We'll show you the league table in a second. You can see there then we've got the group stage of the Champions League all in there. We've been drawn against Marbella in the Copa del Rey. I'll show you that in a second actually as well, because it's been drawn all the way from the 4th round to the semi-final, which I was under the impression they stopped doing in real life this season, but maybe that's next season. It is something they've been doing recently, and it stops some teams competing, because sometimes if Barcelona and Real Madrid end up in the same half of the draw, then the other teams in that half just kind of give up, because they know that they're going to eventually come up against one of the big 2, and that'll be it. So I don't really know why you would do it. Why? I mean, can you imagine the FA Cup drawing from the 3rd round all the way to the semi-final? It's just weird. Why do it? So as you can see, we are top of La Liga. We are the only unbeaten team in the division, which is quite surprising 6 games in. The big thing to notice is that Real Madrid have had a shocking start, very much mirroring real life. So they've won 3, lost 3. They're 7 points behind us. Now, bearing in mind, of course, we've already beaten them on day 1 in the Clasico in the last video. Go back and check that out if you haven't already. Apologies for that spoiler alert, but still go back and watch it. It was a good video. Deportivo La Coruña are up there. Celta Vigo are up there. Eibar, I think, were a little bit higher than that when we played them. They're 6th at the moment. Down at the bottom, Villarreal, shockingly, are in the bottom 3. Valencia are way down there, totally opposite to real life. Sevilla down in 10th. So it's 6 games. it doesn't matter, does it? It's 6 games in. Looking at the player stats, Carlos Bacca is top scorer with Luis Suarez right behind him. Nelson Semedo and Leo Messi are top of the average rating and top of the assists. So it's been a really good start. Because it's taken me a few days after the beta, because I had family visiting, so I wasn't able to record straight away. I was getting a lot of feedback, reading and watching and just paying attention in the community. People were finding it really, really tough. So I was dreading coming into FM18 a little bit, to be honest, but I've really enjoyed it, and we've made a really good start to the season. I couldn't be happier. So it's time for today's channel shout out then, and today it is for an absolute legend. It is for Bood FM. You've got to be aware of his work. He's been going now for a couple of years, I think, just under a couple of years. He's done some brilliant series. He did one with Stockport on FM16. He did one with my hometown club, Huddersfield Town, on FM17. He did a few on FM17 that were really good. He went into the future, did one with Bayern. He did one where he created his own American database and put so much effort into that. It was phenomenal. His save his first save, sorry, in FM18 is going to be with Manchester Central. You can see here he's got his introduction up. It's due out, I believe, this week sometime, his first proper episode. So make sure you subscribe. This guy should be up there rivaling Loki and Lelujo and those guys for subs. He's absolutely fantastic. He's really, really good at what he does. He makes top quality content. Links will be down below, so make sure you follow him on Twitter and drop him a sub. If you sub to my channel and not his, there's something wrong with you. It's game time then. This is the lineup that we've gone with. It's Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal as our sweeper keeper. We've got Luca Dean and Sergio Roberto as our fullbacks, or fullback and wingback. Umtiti and PK are our unbreakable partnership in the centre of defence. Ivan Rakitic is playing as the defensive midfielder, as a deep line playmaker. Busquets is suspended for this game, and Rakitic should be able to pick this role up pretty easily, and he's been asking for game time, so here we go. Iniesta and Paulinho, again, pretty much unbreakable at the moment. Deulofeu and Messi and Suarez up top. I will show you what I was talking about earlier at the Villarreal game. So we'd gone into that game with a normal tempo and balanced width, and the closing down wasn't quite as intense, and we had it set to pass into space with shorter passing and retained possession. So we changed all that to what is here now, and it has worked spectacularly since we changed it. Fingers crossed that continues today, because we really, really need the win. Here we go then. This is, I love these graphics. They really, really do make it pop. You definitely need the face pack though to really get the most of them. Alex Grimaldo and Douglas, both fullbacks, are ex-Barcelona. Douglas is on loan, but there's been a little news item saying that their manager wants him permanently, and I've said, yeah, that's fine. Grimaldo, I would love to get back at the club. Whether we'll be able to make that happen is another thing. This guy, Andrija Zivkovic, he is their danger man. You may remember I got him on a free transfer for Marseille in FM17. Probably one of my best ever signings. He is some player. Right, team talk time. Now, I have it set up here, the opposition instructions for my assistant to do it automatically, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just the way I like to do that, because I always apply what they say anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to passionately say, this is a great opportunity to show the pundits they were right to back you up. Oh, look at that. Celebrate that like it was a goal. All that green. Love it. So we get the game underway then. Camp Nou is packed to the rafters. It is rocking. This is a huge, huge game. We desperately need the win after that defeat in Rotterdam. Come on, boys, we can do this. We've got a throw in here. Sergio Roberto will take. So I haven't actually, I haven't mentioned the shirt today, have I? In this video, as Iniesta hits one over. Yeah. So this one is. I'm assuming you can see that it's one of the special editions they do. This one was for. Oh, it's off the post. Rakitic. What a hit. Yeah, it celebrated 50 years at the Camp Nou 10 years ago now. 2007. This shirt came out. Absolutely love it. I just love the bit around the badge. I think it's gorgeous. It's one of my favourites. I think I've said that about all the shirts that I've worn so far during this, haven't I? Yeah, I just love the shirts. I love the colours of them. I think they're fantastic shirts. I really do. Here's Iniesta then. Can we get a breakthrough? We've started well. It's been a really bright start. Paulinho out to Sergio Roberto. Love Sergio Roberto. Messi though is tackled in the box. I really struggle. This is why I don't like playing as Barcelona. Even though I support them, I really struggle to get the best out of Messi in Football Manager. I really do, and I'm pretty sure everyone is the same. I don't know how you recreate what he does in real life in a game. It can't be done. Here's Luka Dean, great ball in, and Suarez has put it wide. Rakitic has got a free kick here. He's headed away on the edge of the box. Sergio Roberto bringing it forward. Rakitic again. Paulinho. Rakitic. So I'm really hoping Rakitic takes to this defensive midfielder role quite well. He's got a really good long shot on him as well, so I really think once he does venture forward a little bit, he might be able to crack in a few long shots. In the central midfield, that's his position, that's his role, deep line playmaker. You move him back and he's not as comfortable there. I don't really get that, but there's Suarez, fires one wide. But yeah, while I'm thinking about it as well, guys, thank you so much for the support on the channel. It's been amazing. The run up to FM18 coming out, I've seen the channel grow quite a lot. As I said in the intro, we've gone up to 205 subscribers, and we hit the magical 10,000 view mark as well, which is an incredible milestone. When I started doing this, I never thought we'd get anywhere near that, to be honest. So, absolutely delighted. It is amazing. As Messi could be in, and he's put it wide. Can't get the best out of him. What is going on? 7 shots we've had, 1 on target. We've hit the woodwork. Oh, of course, Rakitic hit the woodwork, didn't he? While I was rambling on. Oh, silly me. He is Iniesta. It's a good start. We just need to get a goal, and then I think we can go on and win this game easily. Here's Iniesta. Great ball, and there's Messi. Oh, what's he done there? Julio Cesar. A goal. He goes short with goal kicks. We have it to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. That has not changed since FM17. They have not fixed that. It's really annoying. We also have it set to work the ball into the box, and recently a lot of our shots have been from the distance. Again, Iniesta there puts one just wide. 4 out of 10 shots have been from distance now. We're set to work it into the box. What is that all about? Come on, boys. Rakitic now with this free kick, in it goes. Cleared away, comes back to the Croatian. Spreads it out to Iniesta. Absolute legend Iniesta. I will probably cry the day he retires. I love that man so much. And Messi with a tame shot. Here's Messi. Infield to Iniesta. Paulinho. I really like Paulinho in real life. He's been an absolute revelation. Oh, he's gone down injured. What's he down injured with? That's not good. Dean puts it across. Suarez can't get to it. Iniesta gets it out of his feet and puts it wide. We are not getting our shots on target. Oh, Paulinho, he's off getting treatment. We're down to 10 men at the moment. Celtic have scored against Feyenoord in their game. Here's Sergio Roberto, Messi. Come on, do it for Paulinho. Iniesta. Come on, we need to be more clinical. We've had 14 shots, 3 of them on target. That's absolutely abysmal. Here's Messi now, and the shot is blocked. Iniesta, Messi again. Good ball to Roberto, across for Suarez, and he's tackled. And, oh... the whistle went, but it's for offside, not a penalty. Here's Paulinho. How's he doing? 70%. He's back on, I think. The ball comes across Zivkovic into ter Stegen's hands. They have been nothing going forward at the minute. 28 minutes gone. Paulinho's still on the pitch here. It's a bit confusing because they don't put the cross. They don't put the little injured cross above the head. It's only when they have the ball that you see it. So that's a little bit annoying. I'd like them to bring that back, and that is an awful shot. He deserves to come off for that. Zivkovic coming away down the left of Sergio Roberto. Yes, son. I've played him both in central midfield and as the right wing back, and Paulinho flashes one wide. And again, 8 long shots out of 17. Work the ball into the box. What do you not understand about that? Come on. Here's Suarez. Yeah, Sergio Roberto then. So I've played him as right wing back. I've played him in central midfield, and he's been absolutely fantastic. He really has. He's such a good player to have. As that drops a Paulinho. Get in. First blood Barcelona. It's a deserved goal. It's a brilliant finish from a guy who's got a knee injury. He's only got one leg, but he doesn't need to when he can fire a shot in like that. Look at that. Boom. Here's Messi coming forward. Over to Dean. Iniesta to Deulofeu. Good ball. Suarez. Can't get it out of his feet again. Paulinho. Seems to be running alright with that cropped knee, mate. Iniesta. Oh, almost a great ball. Suarez is in. Awful mix-up at the back. Luis Suarez makes it 2-0. Get in. That is the comfort zone. It's a deserved lead. They've had one shot on goal. We have had 20 in the first 34 minutes. It's a deserved goal. This was almost a brilliant ball. And it was Grimaldo. Great assist. Agent Grimaldo. Well done. Rakitic floats the corner in. It's headed away by Jardel. Iniesta goes back out to Rakitic. Iniesta. It's going to break for Paulinho, and that's a great save. Half time then, it is 2-0. Paulinho and Suarez with the goals in quick succession. It's no more than we deserve, is it? 70% possession, 24 shots to 2. It has been utterly dominant. I don't even recall seeing their shot that was on target. Elsewhere, Ludogorets are winning in Besiktas. Ludogorets I know caused Kangar problems. If you check my last video, the channel shout out was for Kangar FM. So jump back to that video in the show notes there for that one. It's got his link in there, and he had problems against Ludogorets, and they're causing problems again here today. Dortmund winning at Stamford Bridge. Celtic and Feyenoord in our group are 1-1. And look at that, Spartak Moscow smashing Olympiacos 4-0 at half time. Right, let's talk to the players then. We're going to calmly say, don't get complacent. There's no need to G them up too much. It's just a group stage game. It doesn't matter too much. It's just about the points. So we'll just calmly say, just don't get complacent. Just keep focused. Do your job. See out the game now. Let's have these points. So Benfica kick off then. This second half, I'm hoping sees us add to our lead, but it wouldn't be a worry if we didn't, as Messi gets an early shot away and saves tips it round the post. That would have been a fantastic start to the second half. Rakitic will take the corner, goes out to Iniesta. What a volley. Whew. Here's Douglas. Looks to whip the ball across. Titi gets to it though, and Luca Dean will clear. Won't reach Suarez though. Iniesta down to Deulofeu. Paulinho. I've got a couple of young players on the bench. I've got Carlos Alenia on the bench, who I'm going to bring on for Iniesta in a few minutes and give him a good half an hour or so. And I've got one as well, Ferran Sarsanidas, who I don't think I highlighted in the introduction episode. I think I missed him somehow, but he plays where Rakitic is playing at the minute. So again, I'm going to hope to give him some good minutes as well, as Deulofeu hits a shot and it's easy for Cesar. It'd be nice if we got 3-0 up before the hour mark, because then I would be happy to bring both of those two on. Carlos Alenia is going to come on in a few minutes regardless. Paulinho's probably going to have to go off though. He's our best player. He's got one leg at the minute, and he is our best player. He's got like an 8.6. He's been absolutely sensational. I don't really want to bring him off, and there is the goal. Suarez makes it 3-0, and it's Paulinho with the assist. Paulinho, in box-to-box midfielder, is just a machine. He is an absolute monster. Iniesta there to Paulinho, and a great ball. Lovely run from Suarez, and a left foot finish. That is the points. Rakitic plays a free kick to Rafinha, who has come on for Paulinho, and Carlos Alenia is now on as well for Iniesta. They happened about 2 minutes ago in the game. So let's see what the young kids can do. Here's Rafinha now, and Deulofeu. Been pretty anonymous, Deulofeu, but here he is again. Dances past a couple of tackles and gets tackled in the end. Titi picks it up. Something's got to happen from this highlight. Nothing has happened yet. Alenia with a good ball to Deulofeu. In it goes, and there's Suarez for the hat-trick. Headed it over. Here's Alex Grimaldo. desperately want this kid back at the club. I really do. He is going to be added as a transfer target, but with Jordi Alba and Luca Dean, I can't fit him into the squad at the minute. And with Marc Cucurella as well coming through, I would love to have Grimaldo, but unless Luca Dean goes, it's not going to happen. I don't want Jordi Alba going anywhere for sure, but it's out of my hands, that, isn't it? As that, oh, it doesn't fall for Messi. I thought it was going to. He's won it back though. Brilliant play, Leo. Here's Alenya. Messi again. Skins his man, gets the ball in, and Deulofeu, the anonymous man in the match so far, has made it 4-0, and we are absolutely destroying the Portuguese champions. This is a cakewalk. Alenya, Messi, brilliant run, turn of pace, the right-footed cross, and a great header in off the post from Gerard Deulofeu. PK takes a free kick forward to Alenya. So we have brought on Ferran Sarsenides now for Rakitic. There are other players that probably could have done with coming off. PK's looking quite tired, but I really wanted to give Sarsenides his debut. I wanted to get him in the team, get him in and around that squad, because he does look pretty good as well. And there's Deulofeu, and PK nodded it down brilliantly. Deulofeu lashes it in. It is 5-0. This is an absolute dream match. PK with a brilliant header down, and what a finish from Deulofeu. Bring it on. 5-0 as Gabigol comes on. He's at Benfica now, is he? Is that just in this game? Is he at Benfica in real life? I'm not sure. I might have to check that. I might check that after the game. He's on TT anyway. Alenya, Lucas Dean. Go on, you've got room to run there. Alenya plays it into Rafinha. Great ball, and Messi for 6. Oh my God, that's a horrible miss. What is Messi doing there? That's a shocker. We're just going to, while the highlight's playing here, I do like, oh, Suarez has nicked it. Oh, that's an awful finish. The hat-trick was there for your son. What was that? Yeah, as I was going to do, I'm just going to give them a little encourage. I like the new shout-outs. You don't have to pick the tone of your voice. You just pick what it is that you want to shout out now. I really like that. As this drops to Carlos Alenya, and that was a great hit. Cesar puts it round the post. What a hit from the young kid, though. I've really got massive hopes for Carlos Alenya. Really, really do. I think he's going to be an absolute beast. But of course, we have to give him game time for that. As Dean plays a great ball forward, and Messi, what a tackle that was. You're 5-0 down in the Camp Nou, and you pull out a tackle like that. That was absolutely stunning. But here's Alenya keeping it alive for us. Dean, back to Sarsenides, and Rafinha, the shot blocked. Messi picks it up. Oh, and it's cut out by Almeida, but this has just been a brilliant performance. 66% possession, 37 shots. They've had 2 shots on goal. They're absolutely knackered. Just look at them. They are really, really, really tired. And we have, you remember in FM17 with Marseille and with Inter, we said, didn't we, it didn't make a difference when teams were tired. It just didn't seem to have any bearing on the match. It is in this match. We are absolutely destroying Benfica at the moment. I can't get over these little tactical tweaks that I made have just been a runaway success. Can Messi get a goal? No, it's into the... Oh, did I? I thought that took a deflection off the wall. It's gone wide anyway. And that is going to be it. 10 seconds to go. Messi's got another free kick. Lifts it in. It's headed away easily. But this is just going to be the exit highlight. It's 5-0. There it is. What a great performance that is. 39 shots to 2, 13 to 1 on target. They committed 14 fouls to our 5. 65% possession in the end. And it's going to be Deulofeu by the look of that gets the man of the match. 2 goals. It's a shame. Paulinho, for me, was the player of the match. A goal and an assist, and was just an absolute beast in midfield. But he didn't see out the game, did he? So if he hadn't been injured, he would have done. But what a performance. We're going to go in there passionate. It's got to be passionate and just say, very pleased with the result and your performance. We're going to talk as well to Deulofeu because that's been his best game since he's been back. I'm going to passionately say your performance was very good. Gone from delighted to extremely delighted. Happy days. Beautiful. What a result. And it's a result that puts us second in the group. Feyenoord and Celtic finished 1-1. So fine order top, and then we're 2 games in. It's a very tight group. We've now got a double header against Celtic. We come out of that with 6 points, and we're as good as through. I'm still very confident that we will go through, especially as the team seems to be playing really, really well at the moment. Couldn't be happier with the way things are going. Just look at that, 4 wins in a row now in all competitions. An awful lot of goals scored as well recently. Of course, that 5-0 against Benfica has just unlocked the thumping Steam achievement. Happy days. And we scored in all 10 of our first 10 matches. So it's also brought the scoring streak achievement. Yay me. Come on. Right, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it goes down as well as the first couple of episodes. I think it's the best one yet, because we've just thumped a team and played phenomenally well. What I'm probably going to look to do is come back for another Champions League game, I think, and it's going to be probably the Celtic home game here, I think, because it's going to be quite a key game in the group potentially, depending on what happens on match day 3. So yeah, come back for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget, head on over to Bood's channel and subscribe. You must be already subscribed. If you're not, you're doing something wrong. Smash a like on this video as well, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm loving this now. I've barely had a break from 17 to 18, but I'm just loving it. Everything in this new game is fantastic, and it's still in beta stage, so the little bugs that are in it will be gone this week when the full game comes out. But yes, bring it on. Can't wait to get really deep into this series now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you for Celtic very soon. Bye bye.